Hey guys, I'm Matt, and welcome to the Inferion Closet. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I like movies. I like them a lot. And if you also like movies, then you're probably a fan of the Inferion Channel, because they've got a lot of good shit, a lot of classic shit. And one of my favorite things that the Inferion Channel does is a YouTube channel called Closet Picks, where they have a bunch of celebrities come, actors, actresses, directors, writers, and they choose their favorite movies from what the Criterion Collection has to offer. Unfortunately, a lot of celebrities are a little pretentious, and so even though Criterion has a lot of good stuff, and believe me, there's a lot of Criterion in the collection behind me, sometimes they just choose things that I don't really give a fuck about. Things like, I just love the umbrellas of Cherbourg. And while that's cool and all, I'm more partial to things like Slugs, a horror movie about slugs with teeth that eat people. Seems better. So anyway, because I just got tired of watching people recommend things that were kind of boring or artsy or just really over the top annoying, I decided to start my own channel, the Inferion Channel, where hideous B-movies, badass action flicks, guilty pleasures, and just general trashterpiece cinema abound. Or maybe even some legitimately good, respectable movies that people just don't really talk about enough. And luckily, now it's October, which means it's horror movies all month long. So here, in the style of every other TikTok video on the planet, are 5 awesome horror movies that you should check out this month. I talked about it earlier, but Slugs is actually pretty awesome. It is total trash. It's by a guy named Juan Piqué Simone, I think. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not Spanish. And while you may think, oh, it's just another creatures attack movie with slugs, you're right. But you know what's cool? Slugs. And it's even cooler when they eat people from inside out. There's, I'm not joking, about 10 billion slugs in this movie. And when I say they have teeth, I mean they literally bite people. It's got great gore. JPS has some other movies that are also known for that. One of them I'll bring up in a later video because, trust me, you ain't ready for it right now. It's called Pieces. But the heroes of the movie are literally like an exterminator and a sanitation expert, and to me that's just kind of fucking hilarious. It's gooey, it's goopy, it's bloody, it's gory, it's fun as hell. It's eco-horror at its best and stupidest. And that means best. Oh, and to top it off, it's also got a score played by the fucking Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Okay. Slugs. Next up, we've got Prom Night 2, which this is a multi-pack of movies because I'm a cheap fuck, but it's that one. And Prom Night 2, a lot like the first one, takes place at prom. And if you like the first one with Jamie Lee Curtis, which is a total classic, where there's essentially just a dude running around stabbing high schoolers to death, and it's like a fun prom, and everyone is happy until they get stabbed. And there's like this seedy mystery about some town trauma leading up to the big reveal. And if you wanted more of that, then guess what? Sorry! Because Prom Night 2 is literally a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. The only thing it has in common is that there is a prom, and that is it. It's about this like really, really horrid, vengeful prom queen that gets murdered on her own prom night and then comes back like, I don't know, 20 years later or something and haunts people essentially like Freddy does in their dreams and possesses people and kills people in sick ways. And it's not a slasher at all, but it is bizarrely well written and a lot of fun. And some of the kills and the effects are nuts. Like there's a scene where someone's like writing on a chalkboard, then suddenly just turns into a fucking whirlpool and sucks him in. Yeah, that's dope. There's a kid who gets stuffed in a locker and then literally trash compacted by the lockers. Also dope. But then at the very end, it's got probably one of the coolest practical effects scenes that I've ever seen, and I won't spoil. But it involves Mary Lou herself, the prom queen. And she is played by a little-known actress named Lisa Schrage. I'm so bad at pronunciation, guys. I'm so sorry. And she is stupidly hot and like really bitchy, like so bitchy hot. It's great. Prom Night 2, check it out. Next up, we got The Nest. I promise these aren't all bug movies, but there are a lot of good bug movies. And this one, instead of slugs, is cockroaches. And if you think that there's anything grosser than slugs, except the difference is The Nest is actually way more ambitious. Starts off the same way, insects attack a little seaside coastal town and just start wreaking havoc on people. And all the actors had to very clearly endure Fear Factor auditions because there's like children covered head to toe in live cockroaches. It's disgusting. But then out of nowhere in like the third act, it just becomes insane body horror because there's like a whole like mutation thing mixed up with the cockroaches, and it just goes full tilt. Also, it's like super 80s, and that's just like the best vibe on the planet. And weirdly enough, for an 80s movie, its characters are not that annoying or stupid. So that's cool. The Nest. Next up, we got another underrated sequel, Amityville 2, The Possession. Now, people who know me will know that I love the Amityville franchise, even though all of them are pretty bad. In fact, I'm like a notorious hater on the first one because I think it is really disjointed and kind of boring. The second one, on the other hand, is not. Much like Prom Night 2 was actually an undercover Nightmare on Elm Street movie, Amityville 2 is kind of an undercover Exorcist movie. It serves as pretty much a direct prequel to the first one, where it follows the dude who ended up killing his whole family to kick off all the Amityville curse events. Except this time, they made the mistake of hiring an Italian. The guy's name is something, I think it's Damiano Damiani. Guys, can't make it up. And basically his entire career was just Italian exploitation movies up until this point. And so when they brought him on, I think he was the backup choice actually, he decided that the big thing missing from Amityville was incest vibes. As you can imagine, it gets really fucked up, like really fast. And then it gets just sinister, like just so dark. And what's cool is it's got like just insane camera work that like weaves through the house and has these shots that just are show off the Amityville house like it's never been shown before. Then it throws in like some really uncomfortable rape stuff. It throws in religious overtones. And then at the end, much like every other movie that I've mentioned so far, it gets straight to my heart through the best thing in the world. Practical gore. But anyway, yeah, the Amityville franchise after this would kind of go like steeply downhill. I, again, still love most of them, even though they're objectively not good movies. This right here, though, this is fucking peak. This shit rocks. Amityville 2. And finally, we've got one of my favorite horror movies ever, period. We're gonna stay on the Italian horror movie train because, trust me, if I make more of these videos, there's gonna be so many fucking Italian horror movies and I'm not gonna be able to pronounce the names of any of the actors. But the first fully Italian feature that I'll throw onto this channel is going to be Demons. Now, Demons has kind of a weird fucking plot. It's like a combination of Dawn of the Dead meets Evil Dead, where you have like the one location zombies attacking people thing as Dawn of the Dead, except it's in a movie theater and all the characters are so weird. But then the zombie things aren't really zombies, they're demons. And it's just nuts. There's like parts where like the movie that they're watching in the theater affects what's going on outside. And there's like this random unexplained mask that that is just on display in a movie theater and like causes all this shit to happen. It's so weird, guys. It's so weird. But that's not the cool part. The cool part is trying not to vomit while watching because it is so gross. There is so much bile and blood and just unexplained liquids oozing out of people, and it is wild. And the like synthy score track that it has is so, once again, 80s and Italian, but it's just everything I love. It makes sense because one of my favorite horror directors ever is Dario Argento, and he wrote it and then kind of helped the guy who directed it, which is Lamberto Bava, who's the son of Mario Bava, who's like the grandfather of Italian horror. Guys, I'm getting deep in the weeds. But anyway, it's fucking crazy and it rules. And the best part is there's a sequel. Demons! But anyway, guys, those are 5 movies. I have no idea if I'm gonna even make another one of these videos, but if I do, I've got a lot of shit. So I don't know how TikTok works. Like, subscribe. I don't fucking know, guys. I don't know. If you like this, then just enjoy and watch the movies, because that's all I really want people to do. This has been the Inferion Closet.